Yes, welcome again to my mathematics online tutorial. And in today's class, I want to teach us integration. Integration. So the topic for today is power rule for integration. And under this power rule for integration, we want to consider that of positive integer version. You know that we have negative integer version, we have positive integer version. So the power rule for integration says, for example, when we have a function y is equals to x power n. Now, we want to integrate this function. For example, integrate function y, which is x power n, with respect to what? The s. That is, function y is equal to x power n. And we want to integrate this function x power n with respect to what? X. The power rule is saying x, that is integral of x power n dx, is equivalent to or is equal to x power n plus 1 all over what? N plus 1 plus c. What is c? C is constant of integration. Look at it now. The power is n. So 1 is added to the power, and then the numerator is taken to be what? Sorry, the power of x is taken to be the denominator. That is what power rule is saying. Where this n plus 1 is positive integer. Now, this is a general case, a generic case. So let's consider some examples. Example 1, integrate, for example, integrate x dx. When you check very well here, the power here is what? 1, though it's not showing. The power is what? 1. So it means we use this rule. It's going to be what? X. What is n? N here is 1. So 1 plus 1. All over n is also what? 1. So 1 plus 1. We will now have x. 1 plus 1, you have 2. 1 plus 1, you have 2. Then plus c. It means integral x dx is equals to x squared all over 2 plus c. Also, let's proceed. Again, we integrate x power 3 dx. You look at it very well. The power here, my n, like I told us earlier, this is a generic case. Now, what is my n here? N is 3. So, we're going to be writing this to be what? X, n is 3. So, 3 plus 1 all over what? N is 3. 3 plus 1. So, we'll now have, let me just say plus c, where c is constant of what? Integration. You must add it. You must add a c to it. Now, we have x, 3 plus 1, you have 4, all over 4. Then plus c. Also, look at it. It must not be x. You can as well use y. Y square dy. It's no more with respect to x. It is now with respect to what? Y. So what are we going to do? Here it becomes y. The power is n, which is 2. So 2 plus 1 all over n, which is 2 plus 1, which is equal to y. 2 plus 1 is 3. Then 2 plus 1 is 3 plus c. So this is the result for this integration. All right. Now let's proceed. Let's proceed. Example 4. So permit me to clean this now so that we proceed. Now look at it. Example 4. When we have this integral x, let me just say 1 dx. Say integrate 1 ds, or let me just say integrate ds. Mind you, this is the same as integral 1 ds. It means ds has 1 as its coefficient. So it's the same as writing 1 ds. So what is the meaning? How do we use or how do we apply power rule to solve this integral? You know what is 1? 1 is the same as writing x power 0. Alright? X power 0. The s. X power 0. Now, let's use this formula now. What is my power here? N is 0. So here we have x. N is what? 0. So 0 plus 1, 1, all over. N is also 0. 0 plus 1. Then plus c. To check very well, we have x. This is 0. 0 plus 1, we have 1. 0 plus 1, we have 1. S power 1 is x all over 1. S power 1 is x, all over 1 is ts. So the answer is x plus c. That is why when we integrate the s, we have s. So in the same way, look at it, this is just like 1 ds. When you integrate 2 dx, what are you going to get? You have 2s. When you integrate 3ds, you also have what? 3s. That is why we have this result. When you integrate 4ds, you have what? 4x. And mind you, if you are integrating with respect to y, the result will be what? Y. Here, for example, if I say integrate dy, integrate dy, the answer will be what? Y. Integrate 2dy, the answer will be what? 2y. That is it. So let us proceed again. Consider another example, that is example 4, example 5. Example 5 for this. Remember, this is an introductory class for this. Now, example 5. Example 5. Now, integrate x power 3 plus 3x then plus 2. This is ds. Look at it. So we want to combine all what we have studied, that is from example 1 to 4, and see whether we can solve this number 5. Look at it. How do we integrate this? So it's better you can decide to solve it together or to separate them. Now look at it. Integrate x power 3. Remember, is with respect to what? The x. Plus integrate 3s with respect to what? S, which is the s, plus integrate to what? With respect to x. Now, how do we integrate this? Using the same power rule for integration. Now, we have x. What is the power here? 3. Look at this formula. So, 3 plus 1 all over what? 3 plus 1. We are using this. Plus, we are here now. 3. So, 3 is just a constant here, the coefficient of this x. So now, I can just write it this way, x. What is the power of what? X. Is it not 1? The power is 1. So 1 plus 1. You just see 1 plus 1. Then all over, I write it this way, 1 plus 1. Plus, look at this one now. Integrate 2ds. From that example 4, the previous example that I did, 2ds. The result is what? 2x. But mind you, we are still going to add c now, which is common, which is constant of integration. It's going to be a common one because this c is common to this, and this. Now, this will be x. 3 plus 1, you have 4. 3 plus 1, you have 4. Plus 3, this is x. 1 plus 1, you have what? 2. Then 1 plus 1, you have 2. Plus 2x plus c. Look at it now. This is the result. Is the answer to this integral, that is integration. But the same way you can do it without separating them directly is the same thing. Let me do this. So you can do it without even separating the, what's it called, each of the terms. So that is here, you just say integrate x power 3, you have x, the power is what? 3. So 3 plus 1 all over n plus 1, which is 3 plus 1, plus 3 is just constant there. Then x, let me do it this way. The power is what? Is 1. So it will be 1 plus 1. all over what? N plus 1, which is 1 plus 1. Let me just let me use square bracket, right? Plus, when you integrate these two, you have what? 2s. Mind you, you must bring c, constant of what? Integration. When you integrate 2, you have 2x. Now we have x power 3 plus 1 is 4. 3 plus 1 is what? 4. Plus 3x, 1 plus 1 is 2. All over 2 plus 2x plus 6, which is the same as what we got earlier. All right. All right. Now let's consider this final example. Then before we close for the day. Now look at this simple one again. Example 6. Integrate 3x power 3 plus 2x squared dx. So I'm going to solve this one and see what we are going to get using the same method. Look at it. When you integrate this, you have 3x. What is the power here? 3. Then 3 plus 1 all over 3 plus 1. Mind you, we just repeat the power to be the what? Denominator. That's why I say 3 plus 1 is taken to be the denominator. Plus, this is 2x, 2 plus what? 1. That is, the power here is 2. And 1 is always added to the power from this rule. And all over what? 2 plus 1. Then plus c, where c is constant of integration. Now we have 3 x, 3 plus 1, you have 4. 3 plus 1, you have 4. Plus 2, 2 plus 1, you have 3. 2 plus 1, you have 3 plus c. And this is the result of this simple integral problem. God bless us. Bye.